said this is conceptually an overpowered hero, but in reality, he's not.
I think what we've seen the success of Underlord recently has come from understanding how to get experience and farm in the offlane. Like level 1, if you get zoned, you're in all kinds of trouble. We saw the Underlord just pulling creep waves. We've seen Underlords get better at just using the hero to jungle as well. The offlane players who are good at this hero just understand how to get the early farm and experience, which is the challenge. Because if you go to lane level 1, get zoned out, and you fall behind, Underlord, kind of like a Darkseer, you can't be. You need farm in this hero. You need levels.
Yeah.
You're not like one of those clockwork type offlaners that can just get your level 6 and be useful.
But isn't this already a fairly tricky lane with the Earth Spirit around?
No, because Underlord's naturally super tanky, and that's something that Phantom Lancer is going to have a little bit harder time dealing with. And the damage that comes out, say he goes Poor Man Shield Tango build for his offlane, and he gets Atrophy Aura, then your illusions don't do anything to the Underlord, and a lot of your early damage is heavily mitigated from the Phantom Lancer as well. So he's actually got a lane that he could do pretty good. He's got a Clockwork that will probably venture into his lane to see if he can catch the 4 or 5 position of Na'Vi, which we don't actually know.
Yeah, normally Na'Vi picks a core last, so is this...
Doom is gonna, I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I was asking in my mind, like, okay, he's not playing Ench, Night Stalker's banned, who else are you gonna be? Doom, you can be the creep yourself, you know, you devour that, like, Mud Golem, whatever, you devour a Shockwave, the Satyr, you just go to a lane and act like you're a neutral creep, but also having the Infernal Blade for harass. This is, in my mind, going to be almost certainly Roger's hero.
All right.
Have like a Pugna Doom off lane going.
Yeah, so then we still need the Dendy hero last.
Yeah. That's been the trend with Na'Vi. Pick Dendy's heroes last. We saw that at least last game 1. I don't think that was
game
the case.
Game 1, the CK was last, but it's still a core, and it was still, you know, unexpected that that would be
so
the last.
In my newbie mind, this is what I told Bulba, though I don't know why I was telling Bulba this at all, because his team picked up Underlord before TI, and he was like, I don't know why we picked that hero, it's garbage hero. And I said, I feel like when you run Underlord, you have to have 2 things. One, you have to have like a scaling farming hero.
Hey, does that mean Alchemist?
Yes,
Check.
Alchemist. I would say Alchemist or Anti-Mage were the 2
first.
that I would have gone here.
Yeah.
And then you also want a 4 position, because you're an offlaner that doesn't initiate for you.
Yeah.
You give other significant pros, but that is something that's seriously lacking, is you're not really a much of a fighting hero when you don't initiate. So you want a 4 position that really locks heroes down for you, so you can take the most advantage of Pitamalis as well as the Firestorm, because it does so much damage, but you need lockdown for it.
Clockwork,
Team Secret,
check.
both of those so far, and that's really it. Like, so I really like Team Secret's lineup a lot right now.
So does that mean that they want to try and fight more? Like, what do you do with the Underlord? Is it fighting? Because yesterday we saw it played, and it was mostly used to be really fast across the map and to basically play a super high-tempo game.
Yeah, you want to do a combination of things. You want to split push really heavily and really deep sometimes, and then you also want to defend towers.
We're going mid-AA.
Super hard. You want to control that mid tower for sure.
So, I mean, that's the outcome. Na'Vi sat down before Secret even picked their 5th hero, and they insta-snagged AA. They had decided their 5th pick.
And it happened to be really good versus Timbersaw.
And it happens to be the hero that he won TI1 with?
Yeah. Mid-AA. That was
the last game of the series?
Mid-AA is pretty strong. Like, this hero with some early levels is actually pretty good at zoning, and with any rotation from an Earth Spirit, you can get kills very easily. I mean, Sumail was kind of playing it as like a fun pick every now and then with EG. Whenever they were like out of that group and they had matches left, he'd like, oh, pick me mid-AA, and we saw like 3 or 4 times on Sumail. They were winning those games still. It's a very good mid-hero.
What do you do later on in the game?
Doesn't scale very well.
Yeah, okay. So
okay, that's not he does not scale into being a carry at all. He gets his Midas, his Ags, his 4 staffs, but he becomes more of a... I mean, he deals a lot of damage, but he's kind of like... doesn't scale as a carry.
All right. Well, we're going to find out if that Ancient Apparition is going to be dominating or not. Cap is nodding that they will. It is time for game 3 of Na'Vi versus Team Secret. Over to ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Sheev. And yes, game 3 now. It's all very exciting, and what a couple of drafts yet again. Secret.
Oh, yeah.
They bring out the Alchemist. Na'Vi, they respond with the AA, and it's not any AA, it's a Dendy AA fault.
It's the mid-AA, and it's good versus with all 3 heroes. The thing is that there's an interaction that we have here. The Oracle versus the AA. It can go both ways. A good Oracle, of course, if you get the False Promise, toward the end of the AA blast, you can get the heal that initially that takes out
yeah.
after the ice blast goes
Yeah.
off. So it kind of counters that in a way, and they have a lot of magic immunity coming out. Secret now, looks like
that's
he's breaking the smoke, but
yeah,
Yapzor.
he's gonna feel the wrath of this one. Dendy getting the first blood as well. What a kickstart for him in the mid lane.
And they killed, did they kill 2 cogs or 1 cog? It looks like they killed 2 cogs.
Oh, check the
maybe even
CS.
more.
Yeah,
There's
couple
3
of CS.
CS, yeah.
2 cogs
Maybe
as
even
well.
3 cogs. Wow.
All right.
Again, with the 5-man smoke up. So lots of magic damage, lots of team fight coming out from Na'Vi. But AA versus Alchemist is the big thing here. That's what they wanted to get for. Alchemist ult completely nullified by the AA Ice Blast. They also have Pugna with Ice Vortex. Massive amounts of damage coming out from that Decrepify combo.
I mean, we all know, obviously, the Ice Blast is going to be great once the Alc has the Chemical Rage, puts it to it makes it very hard for the Alc to fight. Before that point, though, when it comes to the matchup in the mid lane, what can we expect? Is that straight matchup good news for the AA, or can the Alc still sort of cope with the AA early on?
Well, if it was a 1v1, AA still is going to be able to bully the Alchemist a bit, but Alchemist, once you get Acid Spray, you're going to get your farm. However, we're going to see probably like a tri-lane mid coming out from Na'Vi. They're going to go completely savage on mid 1. We're going to see lots of rotations coming out from Seneko and from Roger.
Oh, and look at this as well, Tenzi. He gets
Instant
the first
D-ward.
blood. They get the D-ward. Loads of money here for this mid AA to start off with.
Yep. This is very interesting by coming out from Na'Vi. I really like what they've got going for this team. They have so much team fight, Secret, minimal to no team fight. Their heroes pretty much rely on so many levels to be able to get into the position to be able to do that. Na'Vi have great lockdown. Secret pretty much only have the clockwork to catch people in the early game.
And the Fata Underlord. Excited to see how this one goes. It's definitely a hero that we have seen a lot of bad performances on.
Oh, Roger got the Seder creep, so he just walks mid. He's going to give the aura to Dendy, that extra health regen, and he's just going to be right-clicking that Alchemist quite a lot.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Mid 1 getting bullied back. Dendy having all the space for the CS. Top lane, what about this matchup we've got here? So the Timber versus the Pugna. Is there a way this one goes in your mind?
They can't catch the Pugna. Pugna should farm freely up here. Timber should be able to get his farm just fine, though. And then we're going to see rotations coming out all over the place. But
mid lane, mid 1 getting gone on here with the setup blast. He's been brought incredibly low. They won't look to dive the tower. One will salve up, but again, this aggression very much mirroring what we saw from Na'Vi in Game 2. It worked out then. They're going to look to try and make sure that it works out again.
yeah, I'm really liking, like I said, I really like what they've got going for them. Just going to be playing around Na'Vi or Dendy in the mid lane. General's going to do just fine top, and bottom, PL should free farm. Underlord can't really bully heroes out like that. He farms. That's what Underlord does. He farms. So it's really up to Yapzor and to Puppy to make the moves around the map, get that space going, force Secret to farm, because their heroes just really take such a long time to get online.
Yeah, just pick up an Invis and looks to sit down on the bottom lane. Only level 1 still, at least when he made that movement on the clock. We'll see if he can do anything with it between himself and Fada on the Underlord.
Fada's going to be the big saving grace for them. They actually get the cog to isolate Crystallize. He has skilled Phantom Rush, but he is just fine. There's no battery assault just yet. He's able to salve back up. So like we said, Timbersaw, he's going to farm. Pugna's going to farm probably exactly the same, but Underlord should be just fine in that bottom lane to get a bit more.
Yeah, Fada looking very good in the CS at the moment.
Yep, Soul Ring spam.
Mid lane, thing to notice, look at the denies here from Dendy. 13 to 11 against the 10 for 2. Shutting out a lot of XP from that Alchemist. With this last hitting.
Once AA hits 6, they're going to go straight onto mid 1 and try to kill him, either with Seneko or with Roger. And it's pretty easy kills if they are able to connect with him.
Yeah, and Seneko had a very, very good performance in last game, so
yeah,
really no questions about whether we can expect to see that again from him.
Yeah, he even TPs out very nicely, forcing a couple rotations from Secret.
Bottom lane, yep, so to head down again. Looking towards harassment potentially for Crystallize.
Dendy almost has a 2-level advantage over mid 1 now at the moment.
Yeah, these denies just making all the difference as it just continues to spiral out of control.
He's getting every single deny here. Look at this, 17 denies, 21 and 17 on this AA, almost level 5 to the level 3. Well, level 4 now, but should have a clear experience.
Look at this smoke as
advantage.
well. We'll see where they head. It's going to be straight for bottom, or rather a wraparound on mid. And we'll get themselves just away in time of Yapso, who's coming across. And could have looked to dispel the smokes. And Echo picks up level 2 with this one. Mid one. Oh, he wanted that bounty rune. He really did. He's not going to find it.
Oh, I think they caught a glimpse of Roger there for a second.
I mean, mid one's going to farm this. Can Seneko and Roger do something about this? I mean,
if he drops low, they can go on him.
They are certainly going to look to run in and go for this one. Mid one trying to escape. Have they got the damage to do so? They look to body block him up with the Infernal Blade, taking him down in the blast. There's nothing Puppey could do in time. He can't save mid one. Mid one is already gone. And Yapsa and Puppey, they can't do anything about Roger and Seneko here over their side of the map.
I think he was in range for the Fate's Edict. It may have
looked
saved
like he
him, but it still would have been tough.
Yeah.
And now the pressure continues. Dendi soon to hit level 6.
Oh, then it's not going to be fun for mid one. If there's a level 6 AA in his lane, whilst he's still sitting on level 4 on this Alchemist.
I believe he goes to the jungle, and there's already a ward there to watch when he does go to the jungle. So Navi setting up for the situations in case the Alchemist does go to the jungle. So they'll see him farming. They could even throw some Ice Blasts there.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? They may see him get low. As an Alchemist, you sometimes get a little cheeky with how much you stick around.
You see both wards that Navi placed. The one bottom to watch the jungling, the one top in the jungle too to watch wherever he's going. So definitely understanding and having good reads of the way that the game should progress, at least in this laning phase from Navi.
On top, General. He played around a little bit there by Ace, but still, you know, as you said, as you expected, still finding a lot. Ace slightly ahead in that lane. Lane Dendi does have that 60. In fact, he's nearly level 7 on this Ancient Apparition. Just coming up to the 6-minute mark as well. Mid one, only himself hitting level 5. And hoping for the bounty rune. Looks like this time he will be able to get it before Seneko's over there to steal it from him. In fact, Seneko has to be careful. Does manage to roll himself away, but Secret being making sure that they can at least protect these bounty runes for mid one.
A blast, it's connecting onto mid one. He should be fine, but just being obnoxious, sending him back. This poor Alchemist. His net worth, though, it's Alchemist. He's top of the board, of course.
It's up again. Looking for General. They'll hold him in place, but he immediately just turns. Life drains, and nothing that the two of those could do to stop that at that moment in time. And now Roger, quick with the reaction, coming in looking for Puppey. Will go for the disarm, but they have the decrep slow. Roger chasing this one down with the Infernal Blade. Ice Blast to come in as well. They won't even need it. Puppey already ticks down.
Ace went for the Hood Rush build, so he doesn't really have the mana to push them out of the lane or try to chase them out afterwards. We might see like the most denies ever in a game too from Dendi this game. Already sitting at 34.
I mean, he is not missing a creep. I think, you know, Na'Vi, this brand, with the amount of money they've built up, they've built a time machine and they've managed to bring Dendi back in from TI1. And he is playing absolutely the top of his game.
Seneko versus Yapso. Yapso dodges the Satyr Blast. He should be just fine here. Roger trying to get the chase, but unable to.
He's got one more blast to go with. Wow,
he's going to need the Alpha Wolf,
Let's go and see. That he'd rather have that right click.
So yeah, like we mentioned though, Fada, he's going to be the saving grace for the team to try to bring them back, but it's a bit Lord. Oh, mid one.
Oh, is he? No,
he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Only just. But still, it's scary. They will know that that ward's there now. No?
It's going to be despawning just quite soon, but still, it's just the sheer pressure, not letting him get the farm. Seneko trying to steal the bounty rune. Oh, just unable to.
Mid one will get it. With the Chemical Rage up, he should be fine as well. Even with Dendi moving over.
Invis up. They look like they're trying to make another gank happen.
Could look to try and combo him down. The Ice Blast back up in 8 seconds. Let's see if he gets away with this one. It is just him, though. Seneko's left the area. I mean, with all the spells, is it enough?
Oh, he actually misses the Ice Blast
Yeah, not
there.
with the Ice Blast going straight over him. He needs at least that nuke damage. To be fair, even if it was there, I don't think Dendi has enough at this stage to combo that out. Unless he just stands AFK and gets rooted, but that's going to be unlikely. So a little bit ambitious there from Dendi.
Keeping the pressure going though, right? You're forcing the Alchemist to like run to the base, use shrines over and over again. You're keeping a clear level advantage on that AA, which you need desperately because even though they're putting pressure on the Alch, and even though AA has such an immense amount of denies and farm, the Alchemist is still ahead by 100 gold.
Yes.
The power of Grievous Greed.
Oh, safe lane is looking ace. 3,400. Crystallize certainly the one to have the tougher time against just the presence of that Underlord, and for the most part of it, the clock as well on that bottom lane.
I'm just looking to see how they can actually achieve what they want for Secret. Secret just pretty much needs to delay the game for this Alchemist to get massive, because they don't really have great building hitters. They don't have anything to group up. They just have pretty much these multiple heroes that build pipe. They're going to have a pipe on the Underlord, they're going to have a pipe on the Timber Saw, and they're just going to try to tank through all the magic damage that Na'Vi has. Because Na'Vi, you look at their heroes, there is very little physical damage coming out from them.
Yeah, it's all on the PL in terms of scalability from Na'Vi's draft.
Na'Vi now trying to make sure that they keep their experience well spread out. Crystallize going to the jungle, Seneko trying to take that bottom lane, but then Ace moves bottom, and it's pretty intimidating there for an Earth Spirit to stand toe-to-toe versus a level 8 Timbersaw.
Dendi, Midas complete. 10
gonna
minutes in and on the way. I'll certainly help try and keep the gap close between him and the Out for at least a few more minutes.
Yeah, I'm hoping he takes the spell amplification this game. 60 GPM, you know, it's decent on support, but as a core hero, that spell amp is going to be very relevant for him to get those kills. And he's going to have the level 10 any second now once he gets that Midas as well.
And General and Roger looking to exert some pressure on their top lane. Level 5 at the moment on Roger.
Quiet start to the game, though, compared to last one. We had several kills going out, and very rare to see Secret playing, like having these type of situations happen. The Oracle and the Clockwork, YapzOr not being able to get aggressive like he usually wants to on these type of heroes. And yeah, Dendi does take the Spell Lamp talent, of course, as that core AA.
Bottom lane, Ace really shoving in onto this tier 1, and as you said, with the sort of lack of physical, feeling very confident to do so with that hook build. Knows that it's very hard for Na'Vi to really send anyone down there look to do anything about it. YapzOr is level 6, ready to use the hook shot.
Oh, Roger's very dead here.
Rooted in
Oh,
position.
actually, without more rotations, he's okay.
Yeah, with just the two of these supports trying to go for it.
YapzOr gets turned on here.
He's gone.
I thought we had an extra rotation coming out from the Timbersaw, but
No
Ace
response.
Ace prioritizing taking the tower. Because they did have a shrine there. I thought probably TP would come in, but prioritizing taking the tower is a good decision for him to make space for his teammates. And tanky Doom, that level 3 Scorched Earth is no joke.
Absolutely not. And something that I think Secret YapzOr will think twice about hooking into again.
Yeah, their supports, you know, Oracle's only level 4. Even though Clockwork got that early level 6 with the level 3 Battery Assault, it's not enough without an extra rotation from one of the cores from Secret. But they just need to stall, and that's what they're trying to do. Mid one, 800 gold from that Relic. Gonna go for the Radiant soon.
Dendi level 11. Haste rune as well, so ready to play if anyone dares to turn up in this mid lane as the creeps start to push in on the tier 1.
Yeah, definite experience advantage going for Na'Vi, but as far as the gold goes, they're playing versus an Alchemist lineup.
There we go. So Secret did have that ward by the runes, so they'll know that Na'Vi have the majority heading this way, but actually it's a quick TP down towards the bottom with this smoke. This might catch Ace off guard because of the vision that Secret had. They saw them head up towards the top. I don't think he's going to expect him down bottom, so this gank
in some trouble.
Is going to be incredibly potent. Ace will turn, will cut down Dendi.
Roger held the Doom there. I really thought he would just Doom right away, but now Ace gets the kill on the mid solo.
Yeah, that Doom should have come out. Like the thoughts behind that move were incredibly smart, but they just get a little greedy indeed. Holding back that Doom. You can see how tempting it was to not use it because the Timber was so low, but at the end of the day, you got to remember, it is a Timber with the hood.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to throw everything at him, even at 13 minutes into the game.
He's got hood, and he probably had several reactive armor stacks already there. And
bit of a mistake from him, and in fact, mid lane.
What? That's a solo kill.
He just walks in and nukes Seneko down. Was looking for some levels in the mid lane, but getting caught out by the 1-2.
It's not what Na'Vi wants to be happening right now when they're playing versus Alchemist. They want to be able to press their lead as much as possible, but Secret has the stalling lineup. They have Underlord, they have Timbersaw. These heroes are the kings of just pushing lanes out, defending high ground if they ever get to that point, and just buying the space for the Alchemist.
They're getting it. I mean, mid one is going to have, considering the amount of pressure that's put on the mid lane, it's going to be a respectable timing on this Radiance.
He's going to have it very soon.
He's fine.
No armlet build up, of course, because you're playing versus AA. You don't want to go for that armlet. But just getting the Radiance, it's going to be super nice for them. And he's trying to just claim all the bounty runes as possible whenever he can. And he should be able to do so for that defensive one. Na'Vi, they don't want to lose this top tower, but there are lots of heroes positioned up here from Secret. They have to probably rotate one of the more stronger core heroes now to defend that. And General still, or Seneko still struggling to get that level 6 on Earth Spirit. 14 minutes in, still has not gotten it.
Oh, and Dendi, he's looking to use his Midas, but none of the creeps are there. So there's a lot of time. Where's that Midas efficiency, Dondo?
Yaps are hooked.
And they cut him down. Ace comes through, takes the kill. Dendi is there with the Ice Blast. They've already managed to finish off Yapzor, holding Fudder in place with the Cold Feet. They'll bring him down low, but Puppy's there with a backup. Comes in just in time with the TP home, nothing to cancel it. The regen will be enough under the False Promise to keep Fudder well and truly safe. So they lose Yapzor, but they get the kill thereafter. They get Crystallizes PL.
They can return top right away. It looks like they want to set up for General here when he blasts the tower. Puppy and Fada, the pit though, just not on the mark. Still though, this is them just stalling. Radiance is now online for mid one. He's at level 12.
I think this is definitely starting to get into scary territory for Na'Vi. I mean, you just look at some of the heroes on Secret, and it's such a tricky game for Dendi. I say that though, him and Seneko, they find the grab. They find that Alchemist, they do bring him down. Any time that they can take away, you know, that Alchemist from his farm.
Seneko lives as well.
Top
lane though, General gets dove by Yapzor.
Roger's trying to see if he could maybe turn upon this. Yapzor very low. Roger's still with the Doom available, but Secret will get themselves just out of range. Yapzor still has the hook shot, will be healed up by Puppy as well. So they could look to go back in on this top lane. Top lane has also got the Earner's Shadows complete. The Yapzor, Crystallize. Meanwhile, they just managed to finish off that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Looks to put the split on whilst Secret have most of their eyes towards that top.
Gonna have the defusal at a pretty decent timing. But as far as core matchups go, it's, you know, Timbersaw and Alchemist are very strong both versus the PL at the later stages.
It's going to be, there's just so much beef on these cores of Secret, and obviously the Ice Blast does help, but in terms of just sort of raw HP and ability to front these fights, Na'Vi, they're almost solely relying on the Doom.
Yeah, and they're very, I mean, the thing is that both teams are a bit low on the lockdown. They're pretty much fully reliant on Earth Spirit or Seneko to catch everything for Na'Vi, while on Secret side, it's all pretty much up to Yapzor. So the 4 positions they definitely have their roles cut out for them this game.
Oh, Dendi, if he gets spotted out here, a hook shot from behind.
He's got a Force Staff though.
Oh, it comes through. Can Dendi get out? There's the Force. Will buy him some time. Puppy and Yapzor trying to move in, but the backup's there. Quick reaction with the Ice Blast down onto Yapzor, but he's being false promised. Puppy trying to buy him time to finish off the job onto Dendi. Can he actually do it? Puppy's going to get taken out by Crystallize. No, he can't. Yapzor is gone.
And
Secret lose 2. There's the Doom. Drop down. Do they have the damage? They've got the control. The net, the root is out onto this Timber. He's trying to get out of here, but the Doom is too strong. He's got a lot of armor. He's making them work for it. Is he actually going to get away with the Timber Chain? It's going to be close. He's
fine.
He is fine.
PL at this point does not have Diffusal. The damage is not there to bring down the Timbersaw just yet.
Yeah, those illusions doing absolutely nothing against that reactive armor.
Yeah, reactive armor hood. Pretty damn strong.
Yeah, there's that Diffusal out. So now that sort of situation will change. But all in all, great defense from Na'Vi. Secret did get a bit greedy there. You know, as soon as that force out of the cogs came from Dendi, you maybe ask yourself, would it have been best for Secret to back? But they did decide to move forward. They trusted in the false promise. But as we saw, you know, if the timing isn't, you know, perfect in correlation to the Ice Blast, still the damage from this AA will destroy that target.
Yeah. It's perfect timing to have the force from Dendi. And during that, General takes top tower as well. So lots of space coming out for Na'Vi there. And their cores are starting to pull ahead a bit. Of course, not over the Alchemist, because it's an Alchemist, but they're starting to get there somewhere, start getting online a bit somewhere. But Alchemist going for a Blink Dagger next. So we've seen this very common when you have Oracles.
Yeah, with a False Promise,
you can False Promise Blink out of like anything. And he can also set up for ganks. So they were lacking a bit on the ganking maneuvers. I think this can be a decent option for him to try to set up, because it's, like we said, it's just Yapzor to set those up. And it's not really a hard lockdown from Clockwork. The stun is very minimal on the hook shot, only being 1 second at level 1. Unstable Concoction, though, is that stun that they could use to try to get aggressive. But farming is the absolute priority as this Alchemist. So first pipe finished up now for Underlord. Timbersaw being a bit more greedy, of course. You want your Bloodstone. Your hood is enough because you don't want to be prioritizing your teammates as a Timber. It's all about yourself. And they're just going to keep pushing out the lanes. That's name of the game for Secret is never let Na'Vi hit your towers, pretty much. Is Timbersaw sits in one lane, forces it out. Underlord sits in another. You'll get the pickoffs naturally when you have those lanes split up. Here we go, the Blink Dagger. They channel up the stun. Dendy, they're trying to go for him here in mid lane.
There's no escape for Dendy. The combo brings him down. That Blink certainly catching him off guard.
Totally unexpected. Like,
I mean, you just, when have you seen an outgo Radiance Blink? It's not every day.
it's just, yeah, this game it's very good just because they need it for the ganks and very good with the Oracle. And they're making the way into the Roche pit. We've seen this a couple times from some teams. It's Firestorm, the Underlord. It actually affects Roshan. It kills Roche very quickly, and with that minus armor coming out from Acid Spray, they're looking to try to bring it down. It does get scanned out though. Na'Vi going toward that area. They have lots of team fight.
They want to try and do it. 15 seconds though without the Ice Blast. It looks like they don't care. This is going to be the lead in from Roger, starting to pull the Yapsor back. The Roche falling low. 6 seconds till Ice Blast potential. Mid one's trying his best to finish this off. Crystallize moving in onto Fada. The Roshan is down. Radiant get the kill. Radiant get the Aegis. They get both of it. Taking it out underneath the nose is a secret. The Dooms drop down onto the out. Mid one is gone. And Na'Vi, they're trying to move in for more. Roger will be cut down. Crystallize able to pick off Yapsor on the side. 2 for 1 at the moment. But Na'Vi somehow getting in there. Seneko with the plays, making sure they could grab the Aegis. They're not even done yet. They're looking towards Ace. He's been hit by the Ice Blast, trying to be saved by his teammates, but it's not enough. Ace is down, hits the ground. That's Bloodstone charges gone for this Timbersaw. Puppey will be able to TP back home, but Fada will not be as fortunate as Crystallize and Seneko finish him off. Na'Vi there with that phenomenal play around the pit.
Dendy, or Puppey actually got the deny on Ace there.
Okay.
So I guess when he was under,
at least.
He was under the effect of the false promise, and it just wore off. And he used the, I want to say, the purifying flames, and it just ticked him below the Ice Blast and killed him. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Seneko coming in so clutch there with the Boulder Smash, able to get the last hit on the Roche and getting the Aegis.
I mean, that's just crazy.
That really turns around everything. If Secret got that Aegis there, they're able to turn the fight around.
Definitely the game 3 we hoped it would be. Whatever way this goes, there's no way you could say this was a one-sided affair. Both teams very much cutting it even at the moment. 22 minutes in.
Lane. He gets the Shadow Amulet off, but he's under the stun, and he's taking a lot of damage from Radiance and Acid Spray. He looks like he's gonna die. Okay.
Radiant's too strong.
Those are big pickoffs, though. That's a very high-level Ancient Apparition, being level 14. Now top lane, they're going right away with the Uber.
Just shut off Roger, bringing in that full gang. No escape for the Doom. Another one for Secret. Starting to find those picks again across the map as Na'Vi are split up. And still keeping mid one in a very healthy place. Despite the times that he's been brought down, that farm still certainly is there for this Alchemist. 14k net worth.
Crystallize trying his best to stay up, but yeah, playing versus an Alchemist, you can't keep consistent versus him. And now bottom though, Puppey, he's dead.
Instant silence there from the Earth Spirit. Impeccable play from Seneko.
His Earth Spirit is absolute god tier.
Yeah.
And he knows exactly how to play versus Oracle. We've seen in the past, Seneko is probably one of the best, if not the best Oracle that we have seen. So he knows what to do versus that hero. Bottom lane now, General with the blasts. Should be able to bring down the tower, but more of Secret starting to rotate down here.
Nice plus inbound.
They ditched the tower. One more blast. Na'Vi claims another tier 1.
In fact, Na'Vi.
Roger's rotating behind.
There's 2 down here. Roger could certainly look for the wraparound. Yapsor's going to back up. You're going to see Mid1 quickly blink his way up the tree line. And that should be enough to keep him safe for the time being. Fada's now come in, gets the root off onto Roger. Roger quickly forced back by his teammates. Silence and Smash just thrown out as well. Make sure there's nothing else coming through. It was the silence actually onto onto mid one, who may have actually had the chance to get that stun off. So again, Seneko just making sure that there's no chance for Secret to find that follow-up control.
Yeah, so many 4-staffs coming out from Na'Vi. Already, I believe they have 3.
Such a good game for them.
Pugna, Doom, and AA. All 3 having one. Seneco's going to be building toward the Veil, but bottom lane now, we see Spada getting gone on.
He's just gone back in. Fada's been left alone. The rest of Secret has sort of backed off.
He's very tanky versus magic damage,
Oh,
though.
and now Yabzor, he's able to reach him. But again, the 4 staffs. It's a good item, and it's a good game for it. Seneko trying to roll his way out, but he hasn't got a TP. It's on cooldown, so will not escape this affair. Fada and Yabzor do finish off the kill. They're looking to chase for more now.
General's dead now, too.
He's not getting home safe tonight, boys and girls. They've rooted him up. He'll try and life drain himself out of this, but there is no chance with the full 5-mana Secret pushing on that bottom lane.
Mistakes are so costly for Navi's lineup, though. They're playing versus an Alchemist. All these add up so much from how much Alchemist is able to farm during that downtime. Manta finished up, going for BKB next on the Alch, gonna counteract majority of what Na'Vi has, because as we mentioned before, very little physical damage, and it also is very good versus the Phantom Lancer, because you can't defusal him, you can't burn his mana, etc. We see full Crimson Guard now finished on Fada as well, being able to block out a lot of the damage, physical damage that only the PL will have, so the team fight's definitely going to be quite tough. I think the next item choices will probably be like the Lincolns, the Lotus Orbs, etc. to deal with that Doom. And as I said, that mid one changes his items up a bit. Instead of going for the rush BKB, he wants to go for later game.
Puppey being gone on. I don't think False Promise is saving this one, or maybe it will with the bouncing regen. Gets himself back to base.
He's okay. Wow, he actually takes out. There was a lot of damage.
Too much. It really was for crystallizing his diffusal blade. They get the kill. Crystallize does have to be careful. Yapsuk finds the hook shot onto Dendi, forces out, but Yufada's there waiting for it. We'll clean up the AA, but it does give the space and distraction to allow Crystallize to TP out safely.
Dendi's died a lot now, though, in a row. It's 2 and 4 on this AA. Has the Shadow Blade finished up, but they're getting tons of pickoffs on him, and he's falling further and further behind. They do kill the Puppey, but not worth it.
Roger with the completed Solar Crest. Crystallize level 19. Manta style, 600 gold, and he's got it. Dendi, though, indeed, as you say, with those deaths still very far away from the axe. And Eiko avoiding certain death there as he gets the roll off just in time.
See Secret, just they're prioritizing. They're not even taking the bounty runes. They're only giving them to mid one.
It's definitely going to be.
They actually give it a Yapsor. Whoa, that was weird.
Oh, was mid one there in the neighborhood?
Yeah, he was right next to it too.
Was Yapsor short of an item that gold would have helped him get? I don't know. No.
Oh, he's very close to the 4-staff. Okay, they really want that 4-staff.
Okay. That makes sense then, yeah.
I saw them like leaving it for him too that whole time. So he's gonna go for the Octarine on the Alchemist, prioritizing to get that later. You know, he's the most important hero in the game for Secret's entire strategy. So he wants to delay that BKB as long as possible, because once it starts ticking down, that's where Navi's lineup becomes absurdly powerful.
This invasion here from Na'Vi is they're
smoked up.
They really want to try and catch someone. Mid one at the moment is on the other half of the jungle though, so they won't find the Alchemist. They may spot out Ace, but again, not necessarily a target you want to commit on. It's a very hard one to bring down. Fada has the ultimate as well, can take Ace back to safety if they go on him. In fact, you can see Ace playing at the moment. He wants them to go on him. Na'Vi aren't biting though. They're holding back. They do bring Dendi in with the Shadow Blade.
Oh, they're baiting Ace so hard here.
They really want Na'Vi to go on it.
Yeah, Fada's just ready with the Dark Rift if they do try to do that.
And Na'Vi play it smart. They don't go for the rash plays. They play it cool. General very close to having the completed Aghanims on this Pugna.
Very close game so far too.
Yep.
Like the gold, very minimal advantage coming up for Secret, and the experience is dead even at 0.
Oh, Dendi. 1 force, 2 force. And he is fine.
Only the Alchemist having the real stun in the game on the side of Secret.
Yeah, these 4 stars making it a very hard game for Yapzor to play with this clock.
It's a big reason why we've seen Clockwork kind of like, not like fall off, just people are better and getting better and better with 4-staffs. It used to be China 4-staffs were the big thing people talked about, but now you're seeing the power. And Fada is isolated top a bit.
They're trying to go in on him, and with the Ice Blast, it's going to be close. He does shift to the side, but they get the debuff upon him. He's looking to TP himself down home, but it's already enough damage for Na'Vi. The blast from General brings him under the threshold. He's gone. Seneko looking for the escape. Oh, he's getting out. Oh, he's rolled. He's done it. Oh, Seneko.
He tried to do that bottom, where you
He
roll
did.
off the map and you like appear onto
Well,
the other
he
side
tried
of the
to do it
trees.
bottom, but he didn't have the TP
Yeah.
was still on cooldown, but
This time he is able to do it
he's got
perfectly.
it. Oh, that's... I mean, how do you play against that? That is... You're never catching that boy
Yep.
when he has the TP available.
This is all space for Crystallize too. He is just farming. Level 20 now onto Phantom Lancer. Once he gets the heart, he's going to be very problematic to kill. Roger.
And will be spotted out by that ward.
Yep.
So unlikely that Na'Vi catch out anyone here. In fact, the question is if whether Secret want to try and actively take a fight. Here they are heading towards it. They've got the hook shot on Yapzor, but again, we've seen how hard that is with a successful initiation. Oh, actually hooking into mid one there, I believe. That he was trying to get the grab on Roger, but he was body blocked, I believe, by his team, or at least the creeps, and he does not make that. Roger gets out safely.
They're making so much space, taking fights wherever Crystallize isn't, and they're delaying till that heart comes out for that PL.
Yeah, it is a farmed PL. Sure, it's a farmed Alchemist, but yeah, 15k on your PL, 30 minutes in, it's going to be feeling pretty good for Crystallize. Especially seeing as he didn't have the greatest of starts. You know, the pressure being put on by Fada and Yapzor with that dueling down bottom did slow him down early on, but he's more than caught up.
The Shadow Blades and the wards are becoming a massive problem for Secret. They're getting a bit outmaneuvered the last couple minutes. Mid one even buys a gem here, so he's going to give it to one of the supports, make sure that they're not going to just get kited around and not allow Na'Vi to make so much space on the map.
Nice. Can the two of them do this? The Ice Blast. Oh, they don't even need it. Seneko and... I mean, that is scary. If your Timbersaw dies to those two heroes with this hood build, that's impressive.
Yeah, Bloodstone charges being lost. He's forced to have to go for some armor items here because they need to get like Shivas, they need to get Lotus Orbs and Lincolns, but really paying there. Roger getting gone on now by mid one.
Yeah, the concoction does connect, but he's forced again.
The force
These
staffs.
force staffs making it so hard for Secret to follow up any sort of an attempt to make a play.
I don't think I've seen Secret play on the enemy side of the map almost at all this game. It's just been Na'Vi forcing Secret to take these engagements at all times. They've now taken the gold lead.
Oh, here we go
on the
again.
side of Na'Vi.
Looking at the concoction, this time with the hook shot and the concoction, they do get a good connection. They need one more force staff. Seneko kicks out. Oh, he's got the root. Oh, he's got the rollout. The root doesn't matter. He's already rolling. Getting out of there. Again, Secret just can't catch a break in terms of getting a kill.
The catch is just so minimal, and with the force stabs, it's like we keep mentioning, it's almost impossible to actually kill anybody.
Boy. I mean, obviously with the way this game's going.
Oh, General
Oh.
gets spotted out here, but force
Oh.
staff into the trees,
Right.
and he's gone.
So the way this game's going, it could look to go late, and of course mid one